At last, the Moviewise Awards, aka the CLAVDIVS, have come, nearly halfway into the following year, as they do. The latest movie awards for 2025 and the only one that's completely, objectively right. Yes, this is the one. You found it. You're welcome. Let's start with the special categories. First, the What the Hell is Wrong with You People Award, for the best film that was poorly received. Unfortunately, 25 didn't have a disliked film that was good enough to win here. I think Eddington was much better than people say, but still not enough to get a prize. So I'm gonna use the category to bolster a film I saw literally no one talk about. The Claudius goes to A Normal Family.
Who?
An excellent, wildly unseen Korean drama rich in moral dilemmas, character reversals and powerful beats. It's got some of the best, most complex character writing of the year and nobody saw it. I hope I can do a small part in amending it. Now it's the WTF Award for the Strangest Film of the Year, and the winner is The Hyperboreans.
Who?
This expectedly bizarre thing from the makers of The Wolf House wasn't exactly released in 25, I think. But honestly, I'm not gonna hold my breath until it is, so here it is. A mix of live action and stop motion featuring one human actress interacting with puppets. This is a curious little film. The directors are characters themselves and some underground titans created the Earth. There are worse ways to spend 60 minutes, so consider this fever dream recommended. And who can resist a Ghanaian-style poster? We move on to the MVP prize, awarded for the artist who most improved a bad or so-so picture. And this year I'm doing something quite unusual, a multitudinous tie. The MVP prize goes to the entire crews of F1, Frankenstein, and Ballad of a Small Player. These are three films which weren't nearly as good as they clearly set out to be, but astounded me through technical proficiency. They are, all three of them, extraordinary in terms of cinematography, production design, editing, sound, costumes, music. These are under-the-line masterpieces held back by narrative shortcomings. Therefore, the MVP prize for 2025 is a collective tribute to those movie professionals who simply do not have the luxury not to deliver excellence. Members of the crew, from tiny technicians to the big names, here's your award for rising to the level of quality that movies should have, but so rarely do. For the best formalist film of the year, we move on to the Eisenstein Award. Make sure to watch my video on the subject. The winner is Resurrection. You've never seen anything like this long, dreamy anthology. With 3 aspect ratios and varying visual style, this is cinema pushed as far as it's been pushed last year. Especially thanks to the silent film frame story, Big Un shows how stylized, one-of-a-kind and wholly unrealistic a movie can be. Here are singular sets used in the most creative of ways, serving a camera that knows undoubtedly what it wants to capture, creating new worlds that would never exist anywhere else but in cinema. And the major question it leaves us with is, how in the world does someone get funding for something like this? I have no idea, but I sure am glad there are those who manage. The honorary prizes are done. Time for the major ones. The first major award will be for the best performance. Here's the top 5. In 5th place, Emma Stone for Bugonia. In 4th place, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. 3rd place, Michael Stuhlbarg for After the Hunt. The runner-up is Sergi Lopez for Sirat. And the Claudius for the best performance goes to Lee Byung-hun for No Other Choice. The amount of work this man had to do in this movie. He needs to be funny, miserable, confident, awkward, a loser, a winner. Rarely do you see an actor having to use so much physicality. He carries this hell of a movie on his back, and here's some recognition. Best Screenplay. 5th place, An Officer and a Spy, written by Roman Polanski and Robert Harris. Fourth place, Blue Moon by Robert Kaplow. Third, A Normal Family, written by Park Jun-seok and Park Yoon-kyo. The runner-up in second place is It Was Just an Accident, written by Jafar Panahi with collaborators. And the CLAVDIVS for the best screenplay of the year goes to No Other Choice, written by Park Chan-wook, Don McKellar, Yi Kyung-mi, and Jae Lee. For the visual power of its storytelling and mechanical perfection, having every piece fall flawlessly into place. Humorous and suspenseful at once, with its humor deriving naturally from its suspense. Now the category we're all here for, Best Director. In fifth place we have Begun for Resurrection. Fourth, Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident. Third place, Kiyoshi Kurosawa for Cloud. The runner-up is Roman Polanski for An Officer and a Spy. And the Moviewise Award for the Best Director of 2025 goes to Park Chan-wook for No Other Choice. I already talked about this perfect direction and screenplay for 16 minutes, so I might as well use up this space to ask you to join my Patreon. You'll get early access to all videos and you'll keep the channel afloat. We arrive at last at the top 10 best films of 25. Let's count down. Number 10, Universal Language. By far the greatest Canadian... What? I already ranked it last year. But it only came out theatrically in 25. Damn you, last year me. So future 2025 Moviewise Awards, suck it. If you wanted Universal Language, you should have made your video before me. Fuck you, me. Okay, it seems I got a 10th slot left. Which candidates did I have? 28 years later? Maybe. La Grazia. It's good to have a film about a smart leader for a change. Bugonia, more just for the ending. You know what? It's K-pop Demon Hunters. Deal with it. Number 10, K-pop Demon Hunters. Did I stutter? Number 9, Cloud. I can't help but admire a film that creates a situation and then asks, what's the worst, the absolute borderline surreally worst possible outcome that could come out of this? And fully runs with it. A paranoid thriller that ends as a shoot-'em-up urban western. Whether action or dialogue, Kiyoshi Kurosawa gives enormous care to the staging and composition of his shots. Simply observing the drama develop on screen is already a pleasure. When that drama leads to madness, then the film reaches a level most movies envy. Also, Cloud shows the lengths a simple intern has to go to keep his underpaid position. Excellent. Number 8, Blue Moon. A terrific entry into that great genre with the catchiest name I ever coined. People in confined spaces talking for hours. What a joy it is to witness articulate characters engaging in intelligent dialogue. The text is so shrewd it's bold enough to correct Casablanca.
A precedent is being broken. How can you break a goddamn precedent?
When I first saw this scene, I first went, how dare you? Oh shit, he's right. You highfalutin smart aleck you. You just made it into my top 10. Well done. Number 7, Sinners. Honestly, I can't stand talking about this film anymore. Next, number 6, Resurrection. The formalist film of the year. 4 dreams and a dreamy frame story full of visual inventiveness. The first story looks incredible, but it's incomprehensible. The second one is a bit of a chore. The fourth one is, more than anything, just a reason for a remarkable tracking shot. The third story, narratively speaking, is by far the best one. If you're into adventurous filmmaking, spend some time here. Number 5, A Normal Family. The obscure film in this list, unfortunately. One of the 5 international adaptations of a best-selling Dutch novel. This is a psychological drama with deep, three-dimensional characters guiding the plot through surprising turns at every moment. It's about 2 couples who must decide what to do after their children commit a random crime. And every time the plot seems headed one way, character decisions lead it to another. If you've never heard of it before, here you are, hearing about it now. Number 4, It Was Just an Accident. What starts off as a Death and the Maiden ripoff quickly develops into a dexterous story that's suspenseful, dramatic, and even funny. Jafar Panahi gives us a growing cast of characters, each completely individual, adding more and more nuances, differing opinions, points of view and courses of action to the film. Panahi reveals himself to be a clear fan of argumentation, allowing characters to debate constantly about what should be done, what shouldn't be done, what ifs, what if nots. Even the authoritarian side is allowed to elucidate its worldview. And goddamn that ending! One of the best examples of an ambiguous conclusion, because the ambiguity doesn't hide easy incompletion. The story is fully complete at this point, and it's up to the characters to face the consequences of what they did or didn't do. Number 3. An Officer and a Spy. This immaculate piece of perfection is actually from 2019, but it only got a US release in 25, and since nearly half my audience is Anglophone, I'm including it here. Though I made it a point not to place it in the number 1 spot in any category so as not to get too confusing. Basically, I'm including it halfway. Hey, which bozo makes the rules here? This phenomenal French detective story is the best dramatization of the Dreyfus affair we've ever had, and one of the greatest, most spotless period pieces of the century. The attention to detail paid by the production design is jaw-dropping. It's one of the most classically influenced films you'll ever find in recent cinema, even limiting flashbacks to direct character memory and signifying them with slow dissolves. Exactly as old movies did. Roman Polanski's direction is also a lesson in classical precision. Rigorous framing gives ensembles the beauty of paintings, and even shots as seemingly simple as over the shoulders are packed with well-organized information. Camera movement is exact, steady, and sparse. The framing is so precise, static shots are more than enough for most of the movie. Every inch of the frame is filled and used. Sides, poles, depth, all taken advantage of by actors and objects. And like a great classical film, this is a story told through objects, mostly documents, ever visible as they shape the lives of the characters. If I had been around at the time, I'd have called it the best direction of 2019 in a heartbeat. And that was a stacked year. Remind me to make a whole video about the direction of An Officer and a Spy someday, so I can get those sweet 12 views. Now back to the films released in 2025. Number 2. The runner-up for the best film of the year is Sirat. I wasn't ready for this film. I don't think anybody was. I went to watch that film about ravers in the desert, and I'm so glad reality was as mind-blowing as it was. You can compare it to Mad Max, The Wages of Fear and such, but you'd just be trying to explain a marvel that is its very own thing. Orthodox Hitchcockians might fault it for prioritizing surprise over suspense, which it also has, but I cannot deny it has some of the most shocking surprises I've ever seen in a movie. Watch it at your peril. It even succeeds in being a timeless story of man conquering nature, or rather attempting to conquer nature. There is a sense of awe in watching adventurous characters using these man-made metal monsters to fight through unforgiving landscapes. The search for a lost daughter premise is more a jumping off point than anything. I suppose financiers needed a direct synopsis. I would recommend it to very few people, but those willing to endure some harsh terrain should give it a try. Finally, number 1. The Claudius for the best film of 2025 goes to No Other Choice! What is there left to say about a film I've already talked about for so long? About the first film to ever sweep the Moviewise Awards. This is cinema of the highest quality, acting-wise, directing-wise, writing-wise, and otherwise-wise. So here you have it, No Other Choice, your 4th and greatest Moviewise Award. The video ceremony comes to an end. Deluxe congratulations to the winners, standard congratulations to the nominees. As for the rest, pathetic. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.